you know? And then you start thinking of every outcome, you know, like some Final Destination shit. It's like you're over here thinking like how you're gonna die, and then, you know, you kind of gotta shake that fear away, and you know, and then you kind of like get into your little zone, and then after like those 10 minutes, it's kind of like you're free, bro, you know, like, and it's like the best feeling in the world, because you know damn well like everyone shits, everyone eats, everyone sleeps, and there's about more than 100 million people doing the same thing you're doing. But I know damn well at that time I was the only person in the world doing that right there.
You're definitely known for being a high stakes risk taker. Hitting all these dangerous spots, do you ever leave a note or some kind of message in case anything goes wrong? Do those thoughts ever enter your mind?
What do you mean by a note?
Like, I love my family, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, in case,
All right.
just asking if that crosses your mind.
Definitely not to others. My mother, yes. You know, we have different perspectives, you know, and to her it would be, I think, a terrible thing if I were to pass away for doing something like that, you know, but I have tried to convince her that if I were to die this way, be happy for me, you know, because it's not my first rodeo, you know, experiencing death, you know, and there's another way it was going to end up, you know, and that has given her PTSD right there. And from that experience right there, it reminds me like, yo, like, you're about to go out this way. Fuck that. That's some cheap shit right there, my boy. Like, fucking, if I'm fucking pass away, like, it makes me think of death. And at least now I know, like, okay, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go hard as fuck. So I have, not gonna lie, fucking given my mother a picture of me that back in the days my homegirl AC took of me, you know, and I wrote a little thing, like, just to remind her, like, yo, like, if something ever does occur or happen to me, like, be happy, like, celebrate me happy, like, that's how I'd rather go out, you know? Because no matter what, no one can escape death, you know? And I think that's something that a lot of people do not want to think about. And it's good to at least let the loved ones in your life be aware that something can happen, and to just be happy and continue on, you know? As much as, you know, I would want people to be, you know?
Definitely, man. Thank you. I also want to back up on, you mentioned about substances when you would go painting. Why did you stop? Well, first of all, do you smoke or drink before going painting? And do you feel that your art comes out better or worse when you're on a substance and painting?
Been through every substance there is. I mean, I cannot say about psychedelics. That wasn't always my main thing right there, but it wasn't like I chose to be on substances, you know? I mean, alcohol and I mean smoking weed, I mean, that's like something that I think everybody kind of goes through, you know? And I kind of like kicked that out of my life, and I've always been a kind of a straight edge person. It wasn't until, you know, I broke pretty much all my toes, and, like, you know, I was in a cast. And, you know, obviously, like, once again, it goes down to, like, that little thing I said about in middle school or elementary, you know? It's like you're still a fish in a pond, you know? And I don't know much, you know? I don't know what fucking pills are. Yeah, do I know that, you know? They can cause, you know, fucking withdrawals and shit. And if you're not on that shit, you know, like, you can't live without it. And I thought, you know, the doctor, you know, fucking, you know, fucking went to school for years, knows exactly what he's saying. So, hey, if you take this, you know, like, I'm helping you out. But definitely I had a very hard trouble with painkillers, you know, and I'm glad right now that I am clear from that. Did it enhance my creativity side? I do not think so. I mean, it definitely made me more compulsive, and like it didn't give me any fears to, you know, achieve whatever it is that I wanted to do. You know, it's just like do. And now that I sit back and think, you know, I'm like, man, I wish I would have taken my time and really calculated exactly what I was gonna do, instead of, you know, kind of like how most people just whine it, like, you know, like, oh, people just like, you know, drink a beer at the end of the day, or fucking sip wine or some shit like that. You know, mine was a pill. And now, I mean, I wish I would have kind of changed a lot of things. I think we all do. And let's just say at that point in time, you know, everyone goes through phases, and I'm happy for it, because at the same time, I'm not a very social individual. And, you know, obviously, as we spoke earlier, it's like technically my first personal interview, you know, without the crew. So it definitely helped me conversate with other individuals, you know, and at the end of the day, I'm not regretful for anything that I've gone through in the past. So I'm thankful that, you know, whatever phase I went through at that time in my life, it happened, and I appreciate it. And now it's like, of course, anybody would want to change the past, but I'm not living in the past. I'm living right now, and at the end of the day, I'm good right now, you know?